Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Take a quick look here again at Bitcoin. Just some quick little heads up here, this little descending channel. We have tentatively broken free and established higher highs so far. Now again, this is a little premature, 15-minute time frame. I try not to get too crazy with it, but generally speaking, we could see a slight shift in momentum here near the end of today's trading day. Key takeaway is that when we looked at this earlier today, we wanted a closure above 63,000. So why don't we take a quick look at the liquidation levels and just generally understand where we're at with everything for the moment, and then quickly summarize a few things here. So just to double check here with liquidation, this hasn't changed too much, but this lower level at about 62,800 has effectively been swept. So this lower level liquidity, essentially majority of it has been taken care of there. We do have 62,000 as low as 61,000 or just under 61. So keep in mind, we've got some fib levels here, some shorter time frame fib levels at about 62 and 61,000, that 0.5, 0.382. I talked about that in my shorts here today as far as Bitcoin pullback and what the dollar cost average target is going to look like. But generally speaking, it's kind of par for the course. The thing we got to recognize though is that 66,000 has a very heavy concentration of liquidation, and that's just above the price action. So again, anything could happen here, but for the most part, with what we see here so far, there is more incentive for the price action to pull back further, just based on more liquidation being below than above the price action. All right, so as per usual, if you're familiar with the channel, just a friendly reminder that doesn't dictate or shouldn't dictate your type of trades that you take. You don't just short into that. Because again, daily time frame, we have a MACD convergence here. We've got stochastic RSI swinging up. We're really close to 50 on the RSI. So we do have some positive stuff forming here. You just got to recognize money flow index is pretty low. Obviously that happens over the weekend, but today's volume is not that impressive. So again, with this volume being as low as it is, it would make sense as to why the price action is not going very high or very far. If we do look at the moving averages, just to once more reiterate here, we are still tentatively above the 20-day SMA. That's why a closure above 63,000 is extremely important, preferably 63.5 or higher, which we're on target to do that. But we do have the 50-day SMA above the price action at 66,000. Again, that's where the most amount of liquidation is for the moment to the upside. Okay, so that's the daily time frame, 4-hour time frame. Quickly to note, we're underneath the 200-day SMA, but still kind of fighting for the other few moving averages. So this is not really a fantastic sign by any stretch. We do have a bullish backtest of this descending trend line that can be positive, but we do have a MACD divergence here now. We've got MACD in conjunction with stochastic RSI still swinging down. We're tentatively above 50 on the RSI, so as long as we hold that level, we should be okay. But once we lose 50 on the RSI, generally, folks, it's usually a bearish sign. So you can kind of see here, the price action here, that's bearish, and so far when the price has been doing well, we're above. There's a common correlation between those two, so pay attention to 50 on the RSI. Staying above it is extremely important, okay? So having said all that, that's kind of where we're at there on the 4-hour time frame. Look at the hourly, and we can confirm that we're still tentatively within the cloud, but we've shifted gears here since we talked about this earlier today. In other words, lagging span is free and clear of the price action to the downside. The convergence and baseline is essentially on the wrong side of the tracks there, implying that short positions are potentially in play here soon. And generally speaking, we don't close above the cloud here soon. We're going to have a potential problematic scenario where the price action could continue lower. Again, price goes sideways and down a little bit. We get a little bearish backtest at this most recent support level at 63,200. We very well will break down below 50 in the RSI, and that would open up the floodgates for potential bearish divergence. So again, minus any kind of nonsensical situation that occurs from a trading perspective here from TA specifically, the Bitcoin does look like it's trending towards breaking down, okay? Again, we cannot hold this range for too much longer. More likely to break down unless, of course, we can continue to shift gears here. But right now, I'm looking for, a closure over 63,000. I think it's pretty likely it's going to happen. That gives us some support, knowing that it's probably not ideal just to short right into it. But we lose this range here. We keep going sideways for another 24 hours. We're going to be inevitably on the bearish side of things. I think it's more likely for us to see the price action pull back if that's the case. So that's kind of where we're at there. Do me a favor though, before you leave, comment below, like, subscribe, follow the whole 9 yards. More importantly, like and comment really helps a lot. Greatly appreciate that. And if you did learn something, of course, love to hear it. Comment below, and thank you so much for watching. Hope you learned something. Again, you want to become a better trader, I recommend trading with Bitunix, Phenomenal Exchange, or join my trading academy, community, or signals group. All that's down below if you're curious. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Otherwise, we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Take care.